Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Well, my entire world needs you. Shake on it. Ah! Nicked it. Just got the tip with your little steak knife.
Will the two unexpected heroes join hands to save MCU? Or was that just a fan thought? The last movie where Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool clashed with Josh Brolin's Cable. That was almost 6 years ago. Ryan Reynolds has roped in the old buddy Hugh Jackman, who played Wolverine, the guy with knives for hands. Wolverine has been officially dead since 2017's Logan. 20th Century Fox, the studio behind Deadpool and the X-Men, got snatched up by Disney. Marvel Studios, that meant Deadpool is entering the Marvel Cinematic Universe MCU in the future. People couldn't stop guessing when we'd see Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool join the Marvel movie gang. Some even thought that they spotted him in a Doctor Strange poster, but that was just wishful thinking. Still, with all this talk about multiple universes, with the word on the street saying it's going to be packed with surprise visits from other Marvel heroes, Kelsey Grammer speaks from the X-Men. There is a hint that he might pop up in the Marvels. Deadpool 3 is sticking to its R rating, which has folks debating. We see Deadpool mixing it up in the family-friendly Marvel world as a big deal. But don't worry, the folks behind the movie promise he won't lose his edge. The folks making Deadpool 3 say Marvel's cool with letting Deadpool be himself. Do we know the sarcastic joke-cracking guy that we all love? They haven't slammed the brakes on any of his jokes yet, which is great news. But besides that, there is not much more to spill. Even the trailer doesn't spill many beans, except that it's going to be a buddy movie with Jackman's Wolverine fighting some real bad guys. Wolverine, who we thought was gone long after Logan, is back growling and all. We're still not sure how they're going to explain that one, but Reynolds promises it won't ruin Wolverine's epic ending. The trailer shows Deadpool and Wolverine teaming up, reluctantly, but also shooting at each other and hitting some sensitive spots. But hey, when you both can heal super fast, nothing's off limits. We get a sneak peek at Matthew Macfadyen and Emma Corrin joining the Marvel gang for the first time. Reynolds first played Wade Wilson in X-Men's original Wolverine back in 2009, and fans have been waiting to see him team up with his old buddy Hugh Jackman ever since. It's been a long wait, but looks like it's finally happening. When they announced that Jackman was joining Deadpool and Wolverine in 2022, it was a big surprise. After all, he said goodbye to the character in 2017's Logan in a pretty final way. But hey, they promised the timelines won't just mess up. And let's be honest, it's always a right to watch Jackman and Ryan Reynolds pretend they can't stand each other. Emma Corrin and Matthew Macfadyen jumping into the Marvel world for the first time. They're making sure the British bad guy quota stays filled. While we're not sure who Corrin is playing yet, the trailer hints that she might be Cassandra Noah, Professor X's creepy twin sister. Macfadyen is diving into another big organizational mess. He's playing a guy named Paradox, who seems mixed up with the Time Variance Authority, which we have met in the Loki TV show. Talk about diving into the deep end of Marvel. Yet on another note, we're seeing some familiar faces return. Rob Delaney, Morena Baccarin, and Karan Soni are all coming together for the ride. And there's some buzz going around that Josh Brolin's Cable and Jennifer Garner's Elektra might make a comeback too. It's been going through a rough patch lately. Some of their recent movies like the Marvel, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and Eternals haven't been hitting the mark with fans or critics. It seems like people are getting a bit tired of the same old superhero stuff. Marvel needs something fresh to spice things up. Good news for Marvel fans. Matthew Vaughn, the director of Argyle, thinks Deadpool 3 could give the whole Marvel gang a much-needed boost. He was chatting with Bro Bible's post-credit podcast during the Argyle press tour and spilled some beans. Vaughn, who directed X-Men First Class back in 2011, thinks this movie will shake things up big time. He says it's like a shot in the arm for the Marvel Universe, bringing it back to life. He's pretty convinced that Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are going to be the heroes that save the day for Marvel. Marvel's been going through some rough patches lately, but they've got some secret weapons up their sleeves. X-Men, when Disney bought 20th Century Fox, they got the rights to the X-Men movies. After that, get ready for the Fantastic Four. They've already picked their cast and are aiming for a 2025 release. Deadpool 3 is almost here. They finished filming in January and it's hitting theaters this summer on July 26th. While Marvel's been facing some challenges, Deadpool and Wolverine is like a ray of sunshine in the storm. Fans are super excited about it, especially since it's bringing Deadpool into the MCU world. It's a big deal and could change everything. Even though the first two Deadpool movies were a smashing hit, Disney's got some extra tricks up its sleeve for the third one. With Hugh Jackman's Wolverine making a comeback and all the wild multiverse stuff going on, this movie could be just what the doctors ordered for the MCU. The MCU's got some other issues to sort out first. With that track record and a long wait since the last movie, it's pretty clear that Deadpool 3 is going to be a hit. No doubt about it, we know Deadpool's always been a big deal even before joining the MCU. If Hugh Jackman's Wolverine made a comeback on his own, it would still be huge. But now that they're joining forces in the MCU, it's like adding fuel to the fire. There is a ton of buzz around Deadpool and Wolverine, which is the Marvel Studios' only movie coming out in 2024. Fans have been waiting forever to see Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine together. The first trailer broke records with 365 million views in 24 hours. It set a new record for F-bombs, dropping more than any other Marvel movie, all in under 3 minutes. Now comes the tough part. Making a movie that lives up to all this excitement and keeps the Deadpool franchise going strong under Marvel. The trailer gives us a sneak peek, but not much else. Here's what we know. Deadpool's gonna try to convince Wolverine to keep saving the world. Cassandra Nova, played by Emma Corrin from The Crown. She's Professor X's evil twin sister, and she's got a seriously dark backstory from the comics. Deadpool and Wolverine team up to take her down. But how it all goes down, who else shows up, and why is it all up in the air for now? We'll just have to wait and see. Director Sean Levy has already delivered on one promise. The latest trailer shows that he and his team are sticking to the same raunchy vibe as the previous Deadpool movies, even though Deadpool and Wolverine is now part of the official MCU. We know that MCU usually keeps it clean, so this is a big deal. Another thing Levy mentioned in an interview with the Associated Press is that you do not need to be a die-hard MCU fan to enjoy this movie. But hey, we'll have to watch the whole thing to see if that's true. Levy told the AP that he was a good student back in school, but when it comes to movies, he's not interested in doing homework. He's talking about how the MCU has a ton of movies with lots of connected stories and characters, which can feel overwhelming. Deadpool and Wolverine is part of the Phase 5 of the MCU, and Levy says you don't need to know all the backstory to enjoy it. So, no need to worry about any barriers getting in the way of enjoying the movie. Levy added that this is great news for fans of Ryan and Jackman who might not be the MCU expert. It doesn't mean Deadpool and Wolverine won't fit into the bigger MCU picture. It does. But most of the fun and jokes are for everyone, even if you have never heard of the Time Variance Authority, or if the sight of a giant severed head in the trailer freaks you out. Even if you're not a die-hard Marvel fan, Deadpool and the Wolverine might still catch your eyes. This movie has a vibe that could draw in folks who don't usually go for superhero stuff. Levy told the AP that the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Jackman is so good, it might even remind some people of classic buddy movies like Midnight Run or 48 Hours. So even if you're not into the superhero scene, this movie might still be worth checking out.